My name is Liv. I am a girl who really loves makeup and sharing it with the class. I love makeup, and here's why. Not only is it a great way for me to express my creative outlet, but it is also a great way for me to relax and unwind. So the easiest ways you can de-stress and unwind: skincare. I just washed my face with the CeraVe foaming cleanser. I like it because it doesn't necessarily dry me out. It does a little bit like on the edges of my face, but that's just because these areas are dry. If you have oily skin, the cleanser is great. I do have to say though, you definitely have to put on a moisturizer afterwards, like directly afterwards. Like my skin is already feeling a little tight and I just washed my face like 5 minutes ago. Right now I'm starting off my skincare with the Daily Brightening Serum from Good Molecules. I'm almost done with this one. It's so good. I just needed like any serum really that would have some sort of brightening aspect to it, just because I have very dark circles and I have a lot of like sort of purple tones underneath my eyes. I also have a lot of freckles and pigmentation. I've had a scar here for a while that has some pigmentation around, so I like a little bit of brightening in my skincare. And it just adds a really good base for my makeup. I'm next going in with the Caffeine Solution 5% from the Ordinary EGCG. It's like an eye contour sort of depuffing serum. I don't even remove it from the dropper. I just kind of use this to the little glass thing to massage it in, and maybe that's unsanitary, but I kind of like the feeling of the cold sort of material against my eye. I find it very therapeutic, so that's what I'm going to keep doing. Lately I've been feeling a little not like myself and just sort of out of it, so I'm going to title this video Makeup to Feel Like Myself Again, because sometimes when the best looks come out of being, what time is it, like close to 10 o'clock at night, and I'm just doing my makeup alone and I want to, and it's because it makes me happy. It makes me feel good about myself. This is the Glow recipe. I actually recently got this and I'm loving it. Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. It absorbs very quickly. It's great if you have oily skin, so that's why I like to layer it with other skincare products, but I really like it so far. And then I got this in my Ipsy last time I got the package, the Algenist Triple Algae Eye Renewal Balm. I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit underneath my eye. I already put the eye contour sort of product, but I just kind of like to moisturize the area extra nicely just to eliminate any dark circles. It's just part of my skincare routine that I've kind of figured out for myself. It just kind of works for me, just because one of my concerns is my dark circles, and that is skincare. I am gonna put on one more product though, and it is going to be Laneige Lip Sleeving Mask. So starting on the makeup, I'm not the biggest foundation fan, but I do really like, for like a natural feeling like myself, a glowy base. I'm going to mix Glossier Super Dew, the Halo Glow Liquid Filter from e.l.f. So I've never done this before, so I'm just curious to see how it is. I love being a little chemist or a chef. I don't know, whatever, makeup chef, makeup chemist. Just gonna mix this together with a brush on the back of my hand and apply kind of all over, just in this little swirling motion. Sometimes I love using my fingers, but also other times I like using a brush, and it really doesn't matter. It really depends on the day for me. Sometimes I'll use both. Okay, wow, okay, I'm actually loving my base right now. The brush did a pretty good job blending this combination into my skin, but I am going to tap with my fingers on my face one more time. I love a glowy base. It's my favorite ever. Now for concealer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I don't feel like covering my scars today. I'm kind of vibing with them. I'm going to take this brush. It's the Tarte one, if anyone recognizes it from like 2016. this concealer, since it's a hydrating formula, is blending so well. So what I recommend is pairing your matte products with your matte products and your hydrating products with your hydrating products. It's just, it makes all the difference. It means they're meant to go together, and it just can look so good. And like my under eyes look so dewy and fresh. It just looks so great. Okay, I really like this combination. I mean, obviously 2 e.l.f. products and a Glossier product, they're not gonna not perform amazing. I'm really happy with how this base is turning out. I'm going to add a little bit of contour. I'm gonna go with the Glossier because it's like a true liquid formula. And I think maybe if I do a few dots here, it could look really good. I like nose contour occasionally when it works. I'm just gonna blend with the same brush I used on my foundation just because I know I have to wash it anyway. Yeah, this looks great. Then I'm just gonna use the other end of the brush just to get my nose. Next up, I'm going to do a bit of blush, and I think the blush I'm gonna use today is probably gonna be my recent favorite blush, and that's the About Face Cheek Freak Blush and Smash. Just kind of get a little on the brush, and then smile, and then where you naturally blush, which for me is like right up here. I put it where I naturally blush. Some people put it elsewhere. I kind of bring it up to the temple as well. I kind of like that look. It also helps to contour and elongate my face, so I'm all here for that. Okay, one last step, and that's going to be highlighter for the base. I know this is like my big tower over here. I'll do like a tour of it one day, but it's my makeup, and I freaking love it so much. My boyfriend got it for me. It's a big tower that kind of just displays everything. I'm gonna put a little bit of the Say highlighter. This is like really pretty. Like, this is so underrated. I love it, and I just got the mini because I heard like mixed reviews, but I wanted to try it for myself because you never know, and I did, and I love it. Oh yeah, and then what I always do a little bit of is I take this Rare Beauty blush in the shade Peace, just a little bit, and I just kind of still just emphasize my nose contour with it, just a little bit. And I know this stuff is very pigmented, so you have to be careful, but then it just kind of helps enhance my nose contour. And like, honestly, people like who don't know, like, oh, I would wear makeup, but I don't know like the right like makeup to wear for my face, just test it out and see, because that's the only way you're gonna know. Unless you test out makeup and have fun with it and play around, you're not gonna know what you like. And that's kind of what I do for fun, and it's so fun for me. I love it so much. Okay, let me see, what do I want to do? I'm gonna do a little bit of purple for the eyes, and I have this probably discontinued now palette from ColourPop called Lilac You a Lot. I'm gonna take this color Ghostin' right here. It's pink. Just going to put it in my crease. It's a little bit purpley, which I like. I'm also gonna mix in a little bit of the Ghostin' color with the zoned out purple. I'm going to take my NYX white. I'm just gonna draw a little bit on the center of my eye, just like in my lid. I'm just gonna pat it with my ring finger and just kind of blend the edges of the white in with the edges of the pink. Alright, and then I'm also gonna go back in with that zoned out purple shade and just reinforce the crease. What do I want to do now? I'm going to take a little bit of this shade Trainwreck, and it's like sort of like a highlighty shade in the palette, but it's like kind of got a purpley tint, and I'm gonna put it over the white with my finger. Alright, that's it for the top of the lids. Now for the bottom of the lids, I'm gonna take that pink colored Ghostin', and this is like a really trendy color pink right now, so I'm just gonna like sort of do back and forth motions like a wing out, but like also going under my eye. Just gonna do mascara. I don't want to do any eyeliner. I want it to be a little more soft today. That looks killer. And this is the Big Mood mascara by e.l.f. Oh, so good. I feel like this is such like a dreaming of, like I'm going to bed, like melatonin inspired beat. Makeup inspired by my melatonin gummies. Now for my like little inner corner highlight. I'm going to take this other ColourPop shade called Tassel. Just do a little inner corner highlight. And I'm also gonna do this as a brow bone highlight too. And then I am gonna do a little bit of fun and put a little on my nose, just like as a little highlight, and then right in between my eyebrows. I'm now gonna do brow gel. I use the Kosas Air Brow. Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, like, you know, like I haven't gotten makeup since I was in 8th grade, and I am people. I was that person, but then I decided, you know what, my makeup collection needs an update and I need to invest in myself. And not everyone can afford to do that, and I definitely can't, but I do anyway, and it's kind of a problem. I'm gonna do lips, and I think I'm gonna do a lip liner, and I do a little bit of what I like to call a little cheat, because I don't have this big of lips naturally. I'm gonna do a little bit of this L'Oreal, I forget what this is called, man. 40, I don't know, man. It's just the lipstick, the matte lipstick. This is the look. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to take this off and go to bed.